Hey, what's up, my friends? I missed you. I was not here last Thursday, but I am here today. Welcome to what I call Radiant Rap, where we talk about all things to help us to shine radiantly. Radiant is an acronym for rest, activity awareness, diet, introspection, agua, note taking, and training. And we got a reprieve from the yucky weather, at least for Florida standards. So, all of my friends and family that are in the Arctic colds, yucky weather. Um, yeah, we had a little bit of bad weather. And we're going to have another little cold front. So, my heart goes out to you. I had a couple of friends that were actually enjoying the snow. They were skiing, and so I thought, yeah, that was fun. I've only gone skiing like I think twice. I've gone skiing, a lot of fun, but that's been years ago, and I don't know if I'd be brave enough. I wasn't very good at it, and the little kids just kind of whisk by you. I don't know if I'd be brave enough. Great workout though, and it's beautiful. And I wouldn't mind going. I don't know if Kevin would be up for that. I wouldn't mind going and spending most of the time in the lodge, maybe going out on the slopes like one time. That might have been what I did before, anyways. So this week, I want to talk about the 2022 resolutions, and I'm calling this a revolution for the resolutions. I actually did a post today. It was a hard post too, about a friend, like family, like church family friend that had passed away, and it was a tribute to her, and not to be sad or anything, but it was a life-changing weekend for me in a lot of ways, because of how her name was Lindsay, because of how Lindsay lived so boldly and not taking any day for granted. And my prayer is that we can live more like that. So as we go into 2022, we're in 2022, and I did a post about this too. So you could look at a post that I put up recently about resolutions. And what I said in that post was that it was earlier in the month. I don't know, maybe I posted it not too long ago, really. But by January, statistics, spit it out, Shannon. Statistics show that by February, 80% of New Year's resolutions have already failed. People have already given up on them. It's already done. It's already over. Well, we only have 3 more days in January. So that would mean that out of 10 people, only 2 that made a promise at the beginning of the year, only 2 will be still maintaining that promise by February. It's still the beginning of the year, and it's already whatever. So my goal today is to help us to be more intentional. Hey, Sheila. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that coming from you, Sheila, who spent her career proofing and writing for the government contracts. So any English teachers and people like you that complement a piece of my work, I really appreciate. And over the years, Sheila has been so kind. She's proofed different things for me, and I even have her looking at a little bit. So I'm gonna put it out there, put a little bit how about this for, oh God, this was not even something I was meaning to say, but I've had this book in my heart for years now. So, okay, I'm putting it out there. I need to finish this, and maybe she'll will help me to proof it. She's tried in the past to help me, but pray for a sister. Anywho, let's talk about wellness goals, or whatever those goals are. So this is really hitting home. That's why I say us. It's not just you, right? Where maybe I'm strong in one area, I'm not in another area. So we all have goals, but a revolution is a sudden, or one definition is a sudden, a radical, complete change, right? And a resolution is a resolve, or to solve something. So as we are in 2022, I'm encouraging us to be radical about the change in our mindset. You hear me? In our mindset, because it really, whatever change that we're going to do, and if we're not going to fail in keeping our promises to ourselves, it's in 2022, we need a revolution. Okay, I just made that up because you put two nouns together. But you understand, a radical change, doing something different. Why go into every year making a promise or what a lot of us have done now is, I'm just not going to make a promise because I know I'm not going to keep it. Come on. Or we make these so general promises. I just want to be healthy. Okay, that's great. That's a great start. But how are you going to be healthy? And how do you achieve these goals, right? And in the post, I asked you to look at last year. Like, did the same thing? Did you do the same thing last year, year before? Okay, maybe not you. Congratulations if it wasn't you. But for those of us who set goals and we didn't make it through, how can we change our mindset? That's what we got to look at, friends. What about you? And whether you're watching this live or you're looking at it later, what is your goal? What's a goal that you have for this year? Did you have a goal last year? Did you accomplish your goal from last year? It's not rhetorical. I'm really asking you that. Did you write it down? Did you track it? Okay, so let me give you a few things that I think that can help us, right, to have this radical change, this revolution with our 2022 resolutions. First of all, embrace change. We have to embrace change. Okay, we have to understand that, hey, you know what? I might have to do something different, and it's okay. Otherwise, don't even set the goal. Like if you say, okay, I'm going to stop eating sweets as much, I'm going to stop eating so much red meat. I'm going to stop eating out and spending so much money when I go out. But you're not excited about it. You're begrudgingly setting the goal. You're going to set yourself up for failure. Desiree, your goal was to lose weight and to be healthy. And you could continue to celebrate your wins. Thank you. That is so true. Desiree is doing it the right way. I happen to know that because she kind of keeps me in the loop. She's been a client of mine before. I've worked with her, and she is doing extremely well. One of the reasons Desiree is doing so well is because she is working on the whole self, not just the physical part. And that's why I'm saying the mindset, mind, body, and soul, mind, body, and spirit. And so you can just see Desiree, you look so good. That smile is just, it's radiating. And yeah, I'm really, really proud of you. So when we do set the goals, like I say, we need to embrace the change and be okay with wanting to let go of things that aren't good for us, knowing lovingly. Now, that doesn't mean to say it's going to happen overnight, but you can still speak it into existence. Even before it actually happens, speak it into I am and declare it. If you have to declare it every day, put it on the fridge. I am going to give up eating so many sweets. I'm going to have them because I do not believe that you have to abstain from things that you like completely, necessarily. Because some things you may be liking things that are totally killing you. That makes no sense. That's mindset. And that's marketing. And that is, you understand? You've been groomed to like things, and I talked about that last week. The chemicals in foods, and it's the marketing behind things, and then actually the chemicals, the science behind why our body gets so attached to certain things that aren't good for us. So yeah, we got to kind of pray our way through it. Yeah, yay, Desiree. So that's number one. Embrace change that is good for us, that is, is going to bring us a better quality of life. Look at the positive side of it, not the negative side. That's mindset. Number two is being more, I don't want to just say being more consistent, right? Because things happen. Like, for example, the 80% in the surveys that say that have failed by January. So a lot of you that may are watching or may have watched have already fallen off. Being consistent meaning if you missed, life happened, right? So you missed a week already in January. It's not just over. It's not just, okay, now I give up because I didn't do it. You still have get back on track as soon as possible. You got sick and then you couldn't do your walks. It got cold. You couldn't do, and then it warmed up. Get up, get your butt up and go do the walk, right? Throw out that stuff, that junk food that you bought, or stop buying it. Don't buy it. You finish what you got, don't buy it. When you go out maybe to a restaurant, you're going to have a little bit, but don't bring it home in the house if you know that you're not going to be able to, ration it for over a week. You don't have to eat the whole tub of ice cream in one day. Then don't buy anymore. At least not for another, 2 weeks, a month. You understand what I'm saying? So that's number two. Embrace the change is number one. Number two is being more consistent, even when the inconsistencies come. Number three is being patient with the results. One of these days, I'm going to be like my pastor. He's really good at like having the. I'm going to work on that. Having like maybe the same letter in each one of the points. And he does it for two of the words in the phrase. It's great. He's so good at it. And I'm noticing a lot of people are using that. A lot of leaders, good speakers are using that format. I think it's great. But I don't have that. So number one is changing your mindset and embracing the change. Number two is being consistent. Number three is doing small tasks, right? And that's one of the things I think Desiree has been good at, is taking small tasks. Not, okay, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Okay, that's great. How are you going to do it? Well, small task. I'm going to drink 64 ounces of water a day. I'm going to walk 3 miles 3 times a week. Something small that you can make non-negotiable. I can do that. Oh, I can do that. It might be, I'm going to walk 10 minutes every day, 5 minutes out away from my house, 5 minutes back. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get into Shannon's 7:30 a.m. class. $10 a month, even if I only go one time, it pays for itself, right? I'm going to be in that class every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to do it. And then make it non-negotiable. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to turn your camera on. You could look like crap, you know. Oh, well, if you have to go to work, then I'm gonna be in Shannon's 9 o'clock class on Saturday mornings. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be there. Okay? Make a commitment, something small that you're gonna do. And then lastly is be patient with the results. Okay? Because if your goal is, I'm going to work out 1 day a week for an hour, don't expect to get results right away. You're not going to get results right away. And some of my products that I have, people expect to get results 2 weeks. They're using the products and they expect to get a result. You got to be consistent. I tell them 90 days. You got to give a program 90 days especially if you have been yo-yo dieting, your system is all jacked up. You got to give it some time. And I know we're in this presto microwave society. I know you want to see the results right away, and you can get results right away. There's a lot of things that you can do, get on the grapefruit diet and all that, but that's not a lifestyle change. And so you end up right back where you started. Even like something like the gastro bypass or the I can't think of, why can't I think of the other one, the lap band, those pretty quick results. You have no idea how many people I've seen. They still have to go through everything I'm saying right now. And so what typically happens if they don't make these gradual changes, they end up with a jacked up gastro system, a gut. They end up with a horrible gut and they gain the weight back anyways. It's so sad. So I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying you still have to go through the process. So there it is. Number 1, okay, mindset for our revolution, our resolution revolution for 2022. 1, embrace change. When you know it's for the good, you're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You'll have more patience. Do you know when you eat terrible foods, it affects your mood? It can affect your mood. Because it can affect your sleep. It's all tied together. Embrace change that is for the better, even if it means giving up things that are no good for you anyways. So many things we love. Just because you love it doesn't mean that it's good for you, right? If it isn't serving you, pleasing to God and the community for the betterment of you and then it's no good. And if you are sick because you're not taking care of your body, then you're not serving your family. You can't serve as well at your job. You can't serve as well as your community. So we need to. Okay, that's it. I'm going through the list now. Embrace the change. Embrace change for the better, things that are better for you. Number 2, uh, be consistent, even when we have periods where we get inconsistent. Get back in the game. Get back in the game. Number 3, be patient with the results. Be patient for the results. I know it was another one and I forgot what it was. Sorry. Hey, Tanya. How are you? Oh, hey, sweetheart. She always says sweetheart. You're so sweet. You've embraced it. It's hard work in the beginning, but it's so worth it. And I'm so proud of you. You are doing it. And you know a little, being a pastor's wife, being a mom, a grandma, it's not easy. And so I know she knows something about it. And then recently she was sick. So then you got to go sit down somewhere, right? And get well. But now I bet you she's back on it, on her game. She's back on her game. So yes, there it is. All right, my friends, embrace the changes. Be consistent, okay? And be patient. Be patient with the results. All right? All right, so I love you. And that's why I do this. It's like, my Facebook family and friends. I do. I love you. It's nothing you can do about it. Whether you listen to me or not, it's nothing you can do about it. I love you. And you have greatness inside of you. So that's why my desire, my prayer is that we all shine radiantly, because you were meant to shine. Bye for now. Love you too, Latanya. Bye.